Today, I want to share an interesting story that might just help you in your next Scrum Master interview. It's a story of how a colleague of mine landed their Scrum Master job thanks to one unexpected question. This is the kind of question that can make or break your interview, and the manner in which you go about it can make all the difference. It seems like a straightforward question, but there's a hidden motive within it to test your problem-solving skills and your understanding of Scrum. This is the kind of question that can throw you off if you're not prepared. So let me set the scene for you. Imagine you're having a perfect interview and you're hit with a question that you are not prepared for. How do you handle a situation when a team is consistently missing their sprint goals? When I was dissecting this question, I identified 3 key challenges that I believe one should consider while answering this question. 1. It's not just about sprint goals. This question is testing your ability to diagnose deeper issues within the team or the process. Missing sprint goals consistently is a symptom of a systemic problem, whether it is poor estimation, lack of team focus, unclear goals, or unexpected roadblocks. The interviewer wants to see how you approach problem solving. If you can uncover root cause of the issue and methodically address it, and not just patch the symptoms. 2. This question tests your ability to balance different forces. The Scrum Master is constantly balancing multiple forces. There's the team's capacity and focus, the product owner's priorities, and stakeholders' expectations. This question is designed to assess your ability to manage these often conflicting demands. If you focus too much on pushing the team to hit goals, you risk burnout and lowered morale. On the other hand, if you give in to external pressures and don't protect the team, the sprint goals will continue to be missed. Your answer needs to show how you strike that balance. 3. This question challenges your leadership style. See, leadership is about empowering others and not authority. This question is trying to get a sense of how you lead without micromanaging. Are you a leader who demands that the team meets goals, or do you empower them to improve? The interviewer is looking for a Scrum Master who doesn't propose solutions, but instead guides the team to identify and address their own issues. Your answer should demonstrate that you involve your team in understanding the problem and fostering ownership and continuous improvement. That being said, here's how I'll address this question. Sprint goals are essential to keeping the team on track, so consistently missing them is a huge red flag. When I was at XYZ company, I encountered a situation where the team was constantly missing sprint goals for consecutive sprints. We're working on a critical project to enhance the company's e-commerce platform, but no matter how much effort the team put in, we couldn't seem to complete the planned work within the sprint's time box. Now, the challenge wasn't immediately obvious. On the surface, it seemed like the team was just overestimating what we could get done. I knew that simply cutting down the scope wouldn't solve the underlying issue, and it wouldn't prevent the problem from reoccurring. I had to figure out why this was happening and lead the team in resolving the issue, and not just to meet the sprint goals, but to improve our overall process. This meant that I had to address multiple factors like planning, team morale, external pressures, and team communication. The first thing I did was to run a thorough retrospective. I didn't just ask the team why they thought they were missing goals, but I facilitated a more structured root cause analysis to dig deeper into the issue, and here's what we discovered. Discovered that the team was often too ambitious during sprint planning, taking on more stories than we had the capacity for. This was partly due to optimism and external pressure from stakeholders who wanted work done faster within stringent deadlines. During the retro, I also realized that within the team were conflicting definitions of done. There were differences on how team members interpreted what done meant for some tasks. This caused confusion and delayed work that seemed simple but actually required more effort. We also struggled with unexpected interruptions. We were regularly pulled into unplanned work, often from other departments, which delayed the sprint without proper communication to our product owner. We concluded our retro by revising our working agreements as well as our approach to planning. We became more realistic as to what we could accomplish within the sprint, and we also ensured that everyone had a synchronized understanding of what was involved to consider a story done. Part of what went into our working agreements were processes that we put in place to manage sprint interruptions. Any unplanned work had to go through the product owner first, ensuring that it was properly prioritized and didn't disrupt the sprint goal unless absolutely necessary. Within 2 sprints, we saw a marked improvement. We started hitting our sprint goals consistently and expectations were clear. In the long run, we became more self-sufficient. Our velocity stabilized and we had far fewer issues with overcommitting or unplanned work derailing our sprints. For me, it wasn't just about meeting sprint goals. It was about building a sustainable process that allowed the team to succeed without burning out. So, when you're asked a question like this in a Scrum Master interview, the interviewer isn't just looking for a quick fix. They want to know that you can dig deep and understand the real issues at play and take a holistic approach to improving the team's performance. Remember, Scrum is about continuous improvement, so your answers should reflect that mindset. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know if you had a different perspective as to how to go about answering this question. Or if there is a question that you would like me to answer in future videos, write it down in the comments and who knows, maybe your question could be answered in the next video.